What's up guys, DCRC back here with another video. Today we are going to do a comparison on the center diff and the center slipper on the XB4 2016 edition. So the main differences of the diff and slipper would be first that the drivability of them is that the center diff has the effect of the out drives will move independently, as you can see right there. So when you wrap on the throttle, the power will not be equal front to back. It'll transfer to the front. So when the weight goes back and the load is on the back, the front will pull. On the slipper, the drive shafts, or not the drive shafts, but the out drives are locked together. And you can see if I stick a screwdriver in the out drive, you spin the gear, the other out drive stays in the same spot. So the drive is actually equal from front to rear, and it slips. So it just gives it a slightly smoother throttle than if the drivetrain was locked to the motor. If you are running 13.5, I've been told by a driver at my track that runs 13.5, he said to run the slipper. I've never driven 13.5, but he said that the slipper makes it feel more like a mod car, and the center diff makes it just feel a little bit more sluggish, which I know exactly what he means by after I tried the two in my mod car. One really nice thing about the slipper and diff, but mostly the diff, is that if you strip out a gear, which I have not done yet, and I've ran this diff gear for almost an entire season. I've just started to run the slipper recently, but if you strip out a gear, you can see it actually screws onto the plate that goes onto the diff. So the way the diff is built is that the diff right here, that all the gears and oil go into. Let me grab a tool so I can point to it better. This plate right here with these flathead screws, that actually screws on to here, and then the diff screws on to that plate afterwards. So it's actually three pieces. It's this, which is the diff itself, then it's the plate, and then the gear. So if you strip out a gear, you don't have to take apart the diff. You can just take off the gear and put a new one back on. And for the slipper, you can use this on your two-wheel drive. I know the two-wheel drive comes with a single disc or pad slipper. So the two-wheel drive will have one pad, and you can see in this car there's two. Down in there, there's a pad, a disc, a pad, and another disc. And on the two-wheel drive, there's just one pad and one disc. I don't know exactly why there are two discs. I don't know what the engineering behind that makes it smoother or not. I have no idea. That's just how they built it, and I know that's how it's built, so that's that. So if you are not a super competitive driver in the four-wheel drive class, or just in general, and you're just going out to have fun, and or you're still learning how to drive really fast, but you want to be really competitive someday, I would recommend getting the diff, because it makes it a lot easier to drive. It makes the car seem to be more consistent. Like the slipper, you have to be fighting it, the car, so the slipper makes it a lot harder to drive, and much more aggressive. So hopefully soon I can do a driving video. I am transferring over to 10 scale from 8 scale in the next month or so, and so maybe I can get that video out from driving the diff and the slipper, and I think you'll definitely be able to see the differences on how you have to drive in between the two. Here's a little tip for when you put the wires, your battery wires, over on top instead of going underneath in the tunnel. If you build the car, you know what I mean. There's a little tunnel down in there underneath this brace that they say to put the wires under. but I liked to just put them over on top. And to keep the wires from going down and hitting the drive shaft, I just cut out a little Lexan piece, drilled a couple holes in it, and you got yourself a little bridge there, and so the wires cannot go down and hit that outdrive and drive shaft. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please click that like button right down there and the subscribe button. I hope to see you guys next time, hopefully in a couple weeks. See you guys later. Peace out.